Dr. Mark Richardson and Stefan Lusch have published a paper detailing their use of marginal prices to improve the speed of finding arbitrage opportunities. We will go into a high-level summary of what that is and why it's great, but let's start with a little bit of context on why this was done. CarbonDeFi offers true on-chain limit orders, range orders, and concentrated liquidity positions. Furthermore, these positions can be programmatized to create liquidity which rotates between orders. The lifeblood of any such protocol, whether it be a DEX, an order book, or in CarbonDeFi's case something entirely new, depends on its ability to engage with the open market. Other protocols circumvent some of the pain points of this necessity by closing their doors and filling all of their orders in-house. Coinbase doesn't have on-chain limit orders. Their procedures for clearance are all done in a centralized fashion. There are many DeFi protocols which do something like limit orders, and while the liquidity is on the blockchain, the limit order itself is not. The limit order is sent to a group of solvers, which handle the clearance of the limit order behind closed doors. And that's why those protocols have a maximum time limit and a minimum budget before they will allow you to place an order. The limit orders on CarbonDeFi are true on-chain limit orders. They literally never expire. Everyone and anyone can see the entire range of liquidity all the time. But without a solver built into the system, how does a protocol like CarbonDeFi function? If the varied blockchain ecosystems of the world were rational, well-developed financial markets, this wouldn't be an issue. Traders would find the best prices, and there would be no problem. In such a fantasy world, if a limit order had the best price, then it wouldn't matter which DeFi protocol was hosting it. Traders, or arbitrageurs, would find that liquidity and take it first. But the varied financial blockchain ecosystems of the world are not mature financial entities. They are doing their best. So the Bancor dev team decided to create an institution-grade arbitrage bot to make sure that orders placed on CarbonDeFi had high engagement with the entire market. In fact, the ArbBot even services orders which aren't on CarbonDeFi at all, provided there is an arbitrage opportunity. In the last year, the ArbBot has executed 550,000 transactions on Sei, and it is frequently in the top 10 list for highest monthly spenders of gas on Sei. On Celo, in the last 9 months, the ArbBot has performed 1.3 million arbitrage transactions. The ArbBot is doing some seriously heavy lifting, with about 15 million in volume on Celo, 40 million in volume on Sei, and a massive 550 million in volume on the Ethereum mainnet. The point is this: the Arb Fastlane bot is doing a ton of work, and so it became very obvious that even a small optimization on such a massive system would have large reverberating effects. But Mark and Stefan didn't find a tiny optimization, they found a massive optimization, which increases the speed of calculating arbitrage opportunities by up to 200x. This paper details a new framework for optimal routing and arbitrage in AMM-driven markets. The simplest and shortest explanation of what is actually happening under the hood here is that they found a way to reduce the number of variables from 2 per curve to 1 per token. This means that the Arb Fastlane bot can identify all arbitrage opportunities in a specific market or sub-market. And that means that positions on CarbonDeFi, which might not regularly see a lot of traffic, are still very much a part of the active DeFi ecosystem. Here's a real-world example. This is a position on CarbonDeFi on Sei, which was created on April 15th. This is a concentrated liquidity position, which buys and sells Sei against USDC from 13 cents to 24 cents. In the 10 days that it's been live, it has seen 3,353 trades. And so here's the question: how much liquidity is in this position? How much money would you expect to see in a position that is seeing over 300 trades a day on average for 10 days? The answer: $1.36. This is the power of the ArbBot. This is the functionality of CarbonDeFi. A position on CarbonDeFi which has a total budget which would not even buy you a coffee at the Starbucks outside of ETH Dubai, which is a conference that Dr. Mark Richardson will be speaking at later this month, sees thousands of trades and has a total trade volume of about 1,700% of its budget in just 10 days. This is what the authors mean when they say that this new optimization helps the ArbBot identify all arbitrage opportunities in a specific market or sub-market. The Arb Fastlane bot is a strong, modular DeFi tool made all the more powerful by the optimizations described in this paper. This paper is publicly available to anyone who would like to read it, and the link to the archive is in the description. If you would like to see the Arb Fastlane bot deployed to your blockchain, or would like to have the Arb Fastlane bot supporting your protocol, please reach out to me on Twitter, Telegram, or YouTube.